This is just one more avenue that traffickers can use to make money.
McLennan County Detective Joseph Scaramucci has been investigating sex trafficking for more than a decade. But in recent months, much of his focus has turned to social media giant OnlyFans. It's a subscription-based site. You pick and choose who you want to see and pay accordingly for each account you want to access.
When we looked at specific cases targeting human trafficking, there was very obvious signs of people that were under third-party control.
Pornographic images that look consensual. But Scaramucci says there are high indicators that females in some of the pictures may be victims that have been coerced by sex traffickers.
It's a very, very dangerous playground.
Allison Franklin is talking about internet sites that draw in young girls. She herself is a former trafficking victim turned trafficker turned advocate.
I can go on OnlyFans and see that's going to be a victim. That's going to be something that will be targeted because I was groomed by my trafficker to look for that.
Allison says she fell in love with the man that would become her trafficker, who then flipped her into becoming a recruiter.
We would target girls online to bring them into our stable.
The lowest hanging fruit, according to Allison, women who are willingly selling themselves for sex online. But she says teenagers posting beauty pics are also likely prey.
They post online, I hate my mom on Facebook, but there's a predator on the other side of that, a trafficker, right, that is, oh girl, what's going on?
Then nice picture. And the grooming begins.
Hey, we can do this, we can do that. Let's, make some money together.
Scaramucci says traffickers can and do solicit teenagers through direct messages on social media sites. And if they can convince you to send a nude photo, they will then raise the stakes. And if you don't do it willingly, the sextortion begins. He's not just worried about consent, but also the age of those posing in the sexually explicit images, explaining it can be hard to tell if you're following the content of an adult or a minor. While OnlyFans does require creators to be 18 and go through an age verification process, Scaramucci says even the OnlyFans improved verification process is insufficient.
I can defeat any age verification. If I wanted to create my own account and have you just sign up for it, you could do yours, and next thing you know, I'm the one that's actually in the content.
OnlyFans sent News 4 a statement saying they have multiple levels of checks in place to ensure only verified content creators are onboarded. OnlyFans explained they have a team and software that verifies the authenticity of IDs, also that they have a global compliance sector that collaborates with law enforcement.
What's being described by renters as a roach infestation has one of them breaking her lease to move out. She says the roaches have taken over despite efforts by property managers and renters to get rid of them. In an effort to get property managers to do more, she reached out to Fox San Antonio's problem solver, Darian Trotter, for help.
Oh my God, I was just utterly disgusted.
Jessica Lavelle Toomer is talking about roaches and says they've been a problem since she moved into Park 410 Apartments.
I have woke up to having roaches crawling in my bed and my fiance, and that's real recent, and it was real bad.
Over the past year, she says they've gotten worse, attacking her in the bathroom.
At night, you'll probably see I want to say 1,000 in the bathtub, just covered all over the bathtub, and it's all over the floor, on the toilet. I have to clean the toilet seat to sit down because there's roaches all over it. I'm talking 50 on top, and there's a bunch on the bottom.
When it comes to her kitchen, she says roaches are camped out in cracks and crevices, leaving behind trails of droppings.
It's so bad that when we wash the dishes, they run out. You can't grab a fork and just, eat. You have to wash it and then you eat because they crawl over everything.
She's even hesitant to bake or broil food.
The roaches are in the stove too.
In addition to routine pest control treatment by property managers, she's purchased professional-grade products to try and get rid of the roaches herself.
They just stay the same. It's almost like they're immune to everything.
She's convinced property managers could do more, like increase the frequency of treatments. We went to the front office for answers.
Yes, we're looking for someone in management.
Okay, I can't speak to anybody.
The corporate office responded to our questions saying they contract with a local pest control company that services the community weekly upon residents' requests. Not good enough for this renter.
I'm done living here. I can't do this anymore.
She's breaking her lease 5 months early to move out, despite early termination fees and derogatory remarks on her rental history.
I'm not going to pay money to live somewhere where I'm not comfortable.
If you are unvaccinated, you cannot afford to wait any longer. If you're in public and indoors, wear a mask. It's cheaper and more comfortable than a ventilator.
Mayor Ron Nierenberg sharing that message with you, urging everyone to get the COVID vaccine and continue to take precaution as the Delta variant causes more and more infections in our community.
You may have felt the vibrations on your phone tonight, buzzing with a message we had not seen in a while. A citywide alert warning about stress on hospitals with 9 out of 10 COVID patients not vaccinated. Thank you for staying up late with us. I'm Robert Price.
And I'm Simone D'Alba. Tonight, we're getting an in-depth look at the population local health experts and city leaders are most concerned about. Children not eligible to get the COVID shot.
News 4 San Antonio's Alejandro Guzman spoke with the chief medical officer at University Health, who explains what's causing this new surge.
The youngest child now we have is about a year of age with COVID.
As San Antonio is hit by a third surge of COVID-19 cases, Dr. Brian Alsip, the chief medical officer at University Health, is one of many local health experts concerned about the population that doesn't have a choice yet. Children not eligible for the vaccine.
It's frustrating that we're here appealing to folks to use this vaccine that we've all been waiting a year and a half to get, and that in other places they're fighting over.
Mayor Ron Nierenberg highlighting the virus is spreading like wildfire. As of yesterday, 920 people are hospitalized compared to 620 just last week. Dr. Alsip says the surge is due in part to two things. One, the Delta variant.
The Delta variant is significantly more infectious.
Two, the unvaccinated.
Simply because not only is it more infectious, but those that are unvaccinated are at particularly high risk for this disease.
Dr. Alsip says his ICUs are busy. Over 90% of all hospitalized patients at University Health are unvaccinated and are a much younger population compared to last year. An unanticipated increase, he says, is adding to capacity challenges.
So is there a potential risk that we're going to continue seeing more strains or variations of COVID-19?
I think as long as the virus is circulating anywhere in the world, we have the potential to see new variants.
In layman's terms, we risk the possibility of not seeing the end of new variants like the newest Delta Plus unless more people get vaccinated. We know the current shot will protect you against the original strain 90 to 95%, depending on what vaccine you received. Now, many of you are asking why we're seeing breakthrough cases, infections in those who got the vaccine.
None of the vaccines are 100%. Those who are vaccinated tend to have very mild symptoms, recover very well. Those who are unvaccinated and are infected are very likely to get very ill and require hospitalization.